We're asked to find the inverse of f of x equals the square root of x plus 2 minus 4, and we're going to do this algebraically. So the first thing we need to do is what? Switch it to a y. And then, Delia, what do we do next? Would we just switch the f of x to a y?
Change y to x.
Yeah. Everyone say arrows.
Arrows.
You're going to see this word inverse again when we do trigonometry. Why did I circle the 2? I meant to be the x. Delia, what should I write now?
X equals y plus 2 minus 4.
Thank you. And Jasmine? What should I do next? Jasmine's not here. Thank you. Leslie, what should I do next? Add 4 to both sides is correct. X plus 4 equals square root of y plus 2. The reason why you need to add 4 is because eventually you're going to square it. You don't want to square something like that. Okay? Brenda, what should we do next?
Then we should square both sides.
We're going to square both sides. Brenda, what's left on this side?
Y plus 2.
X plus 4 is x plus 4 times quantity x plus 4. And you can just put that into a box or foil. So you're going to have x squared, 4x, 4x, and 4 times 4 is 16. So you will get x squared plus 8x plus 16. And then all you need to do is subtract 2. So you're going to get x squared plus 8x plus 16. 14 equals y. And instead of writing y there, Brianna, we're going to write we called that the inverse. Everyone say inverse? Inverse. So when you see that -1 on a function, it means the inverse. It does not mean a negative exponent. So x squared plus 8x plus 14. And this is our correct answer. Raise your hand if you got that. Also notice over here, because you're solving, you're basically doing PEMDAS backwards. So simplifying is this direction, and then solving is in this direction. Do you see that? So this would have told you addition and subtraction. There is no multiplication or division in front of this term, and then here you're going to do the exponents in parentheses. Alright, if you graph this, I kind of wanted to know what's the parent function here. So, okay, what's the parent function of this graph? It's a square root, because we see a square root. And the parent graph of a square root is going to look like, find my pencil, something that's going to look like that, right? But in today's lesson, we're going to figure out what does this plus 2 and this minus 4 do. You can make some predictions. What do you think is going to happen? Does it stay where it is? It's going to be transformed. It's going to actually be moved. So square root, I'm going to put in parentheses, x plus 2. Let's see if I can do this. Did you guys see how I got out of the square root?
Yeah, you
You just hit the right key and then plus 4. So make sure that plus 4 is not in there. Oh, good job, you. Delete. Let's try that again. This calculator can do it, so I'm going to do it with extra parentheses just for students who don't have, they call it more math type. Square root, parentheses, square root, x plus 2. And then I'm going to add 4 to that. Minus 4. Good job. And we're going to press zoom 6. Just like a slope-intercept form, this is not the y-intercept, but I'm going to predict that this is going to move the graph down 4, left 2, someone said. So turn it off. So our graph is basically the same graph, but it's kind of moved left 2, down 4. So your graph's kind of looking something like this. Okay. Now, here is the neat thing. If you go to your y equals and move down 1, let's graph this one. X squared plus 8x plus 14. And I'm going to graph that one in red. And I'm going to graph this part right here. This one I'll put dotted, and I'll explain why. Okay. So the past couple of days we've been doing inverses. And the inverse is meant to be a reflection over y equals x. Where my pen is. Okay? It's kind of like equidistance to the line. Okay? The reason why you don't draw this red part is we didn't talk about, when I take the inverse, the domain and ranges switches. But that's just kind of visual of what we're doing. And you know you can take the inverse because on the original function, class, is this a function? Yes or no? Yes, because it passes the vertical line test. Can we take the inverse? Why? Because it passes the horizontal line test. Then you can actually do that graph.